Imagine walking into Tesco on a normal Tuesday and the aisle you always grab from is just empty. No cheap eggs, no sunflower oil, no value pasta, and what's left has price tags that make your stomach drop harder than your trolley. That sounds dramatic, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Some of the everyday foods Brits rely on are now one bad harvest, one war, or one supply chain wobble away from disappearing for months, or becoming a luxury. We've already had warning shots, egg rationing, empty salad shelves, cooking oil limits, food prices jumping so fast the label can't keep up. This video isn't about doom, it's about seeing the cracks now and quietly building a buffer so your family isn't the one panicking when it happens again. If you're new here, I'm Charlie and this is Charlie's Survival, realistic UK survival and preparedness for normal people on this unpredictable little island we call home. If that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe to join our fast growing UK survival community and drop a comment below telling me how many days of food you honestly think you could live off if the shop shut tomorrow. Today we're talking 5 UK food items that will soon disappear. I'll show you which 5 foods are actually vulnerable here in Britain, why they're at risk in plain English, what you can do this week to protect yourself without panic buying. If at any point you think, yeah, people need to hear this, hit like so YouTube actually shows it to more Brits. And let's get into it. Food 1, cheap chicken and eggs. Let's start with the sacred British staples. Roast chicken on Sunday, £3 meal deal chicken sandwich, big trays of cheap eggs. We've already seen how fragile that really is. Avian flu, mass culls, empty shelves, ration limits and prices leaping up. Modern poultry is ultra concentrated, huge shelves, thousands of birds, tight margins. When disease hits or feed and energy prices spike, it doesn't take much for a cheap chicken and eggs to become scarce or expensive. Because most Brits lean on poultry and eggs as their main default protein, any shock here really hurts. What you should do: 1. Diversify protein now. Don't wait for empty shelves to discover you don't like lentils. Start building in tinned fish, sardines, mackerel, tuna, tinned and dried beans and lentils, chickpeas, peanut butter, nut butters. Aim for this. If chicken vanished for 3 months, we'd still hit our protein needs. 2. Hold a small egg buffer and know your swaps. Keep 1 to 2 extra trays ahead. Rotate oldest first and learn egg-free baking swaps now like flax egg, chia, mashed banana, vinegar plus bicarb. If eggs spike or vanish again, you can still bake and cook without stressing. 3. Hens, if your life allows it. If you've got a bit of garden and no nightmare landlord, a small flock of hens can give you steady eggs and real skills. Not essential but powerful if it fits your life. Food 2, butter and dairy fats. Butter and proper cheese aren't just nice extras, they're dense calories, especially in winter. Comfort food multipliers, a key part of how we cook and bake. But dairy relies on affordable feed and fertilizer, fuel for tractors, lorries and processing, a cold chain that works 24/7. When those wobble, you feel it in the butter aisle pretty fast. What you should do: 1. Learn to make ghee. Ghee is basically shelf-stable butter. Slowly melt butter, skim the foam, let solids sink and brown. Strain the clear golden fat into jars. The result is a fat that lasts far longer than butter, has a high smoke point for frying, and tastes incredible. Whenever butter is on offer, turn some into ghee and bank that fat. 2. Save animal fats. After roasting meat or cooking bacon, strain the clear fat into a jar, label it and keep it in the fridge or freezer. That's free cooking fuel and flavour. 3. Simple dairy backup. Keep a few cartons of UHT milk, some powdered milk for porridge and bacon, so a local dairy wobble doesn't break your breakfast. If you're ready to become more resilient in the UK, head over to the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list. I've put lists together from items I've used and tested, from home survival to bug out kit. Click the link in the description after this video. Food 3, bread, flour and cheap pasta. Bread, pasta, biscuits, wraps, Yorkshire puds, most UK diets quietly run on wheat. We've already seen flour and pasta disappearing during shocks, prices of basics creeping up, global wheat markets wobbling from war, drought and fertilizer issues. Wheat doesn't have to vanish completely to hurt you, it just has to become spiky and expensive. What you should do: 1. Build a calm carb buffer. Over a few weeks, build 3 to 6 months of flour, white plus wholemeal, rice, oats, pasta and noodles. Store in sealed tubs or mylar bags and rotate what you actually eat. 2. Learn one simple bread. Pick a basic recipe, no knead loaf, soda bread, flatbreads. Practice while the lights are on so it's muscle memory when things get tight. 3. Grow some carbs, especially potatoes. Even with just containers and grow bags, you can grow potatoes. They store well, fill you up, give you a safety net if wheat-based stuff gets pricey. You don't need a farm, just a few square feet and a bit of curiosity. Food 4. Everyday cooking oils. In 2022, we saw it clearly. Sunflower oil rationed, shelves half empty, prices rocketing. Most of our cheap frying fat depends on a few big growing regions. Add in weather, war, shipping and fuel prices, and that £1.50 bottle of veg oil suddenly isn't guaranteed. What you should do: 1. Hold 2 to 3 months of oil. Work out what you actually use, then aim to sit a couple of months ahead by buying 1 extra bottle now and then rotating so oldest gets used first. Stick to oils you actually cook with: sunflower, rapeseed, olive. 2. Cook with less oil. Start adjusting by roasting or air frying instead of deep frying. Use a little oil at the end for flavour like olive oil instead of loads at the start. That way, if oil doubles in price, you're already adapted. 3. Reuse and reclaim. Reuse clean frying oil for similar foods once or twice. Save roast fats and bacon fat in jars. Every jar of reclaimed fat is 1 less bottle you need when things get tight. Food 5. Coffee and chocolate. Morale foods. Last one isn't essential for survival, but it's huge for sanity. Coffee, chocolate, hot chocolate, little rituals that make a freezing morning bearable. Turn bland porridge into something you look forward to. Calms everyone when the news is grim and the power just cut out. These rely on crops grown in specific regions, climate, disease and politics far from the UK, long shipping routes and stable fuel costs. They're exactly the kind of thing that become luxuries when the world gets bumpy. What you should do: 1. Store a modest amount, not hoarding, just intention. A few extra jars of coffee you actually drink, some dark chocolate bars, kept cool and dry, cacao powder or hot chocolate mix for rough nights. Think 1 hard winter, not forever bunker. 2. Stretch and savour. Make slightly weaker coffee but add spices like cinnamon, cardamom or nutmeg. Use bits of chocolate in porridge, bakes, trail mix. Treat them as morale tools, not background noise. 3. Try the odd no comfort day. Every so often do a day with no coffee, no chocolate, no sugary snacks. Notice how you feel. It's better to meet that withdrawal on your terms now than be blindsided later. We've talked about chicken and eggs that are fragile protein, butter and dairy fats that are dense calories tied to a complex chain, bread, flour and pasta, the carbs Britain quietly runs on. Cooking oils are hidden weak point. Coffee and chocolate, the morale food that keeps us human. The point isn't to scare you, it's to show you that the UK food system is just in time and global, and we've already seen how quickly it can wobble. The people who ride those waves best aren't the richest, they're the ones who are a few months ahead, with a few extra skills and a calmer nervous system. Your next steps this week. If you're still here, here's what I'd actually do. Pick one of the 5 foods that would hit you the hardest. Look in your cupboards and ask, if this vanished for 8 weeks, what would happen to us? On your next shop, buy 1 to 2 extra items linked to that food. Nothing crazy, just intentional. Learn one small skill, maybe baking bread, making ghee, or cooking beans from dry. Future you will thank you for starting now, not after the next shock. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more UK specific survival and preparedness, blackouts, storms, food, water, the lot. Drop a comment and tell me what's the 1 extra item you'd add to this setup for your own home. Maybe it's a specific blanket, an old hot water bottle, a particular snack or comfort thing. I'm always looking to steal good ideas for my own kit and future videos. If you want to grab items for food preservation or preparedness and survival in general, you can find it all in the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list, plus anything else you need to get more resilient in the UK, from water storage to blackout gear and bug out essentials. The link is down in the description. Now you've got the food sorted, click this video on screen now to learn 8 survival skills every Brit should know. It's an interesting one. Click it and I'll see you over there.